India is one of the world's oldest living civilizations with vast cultural resources. Respected for its rich culture across the world, it is indeed unfortunate that the cultural heritage of the country is at risk. Each site has the potential to provide cultural and economic resources for the benefit of future generations. Appreciation and interpretation of the monuments and sites, documentation and conservation are a prerequisite to attain this goal. Otherwise, physical decay and cultural loss will become certain outcomes. None of this vital research, documentation, management and preservation of cultural riches is possible without highly specialized manpower. Mandated to bridge the gap for such professional reservoir of talent is an institution dedicated to India's heritage for the last 25 years. The National Museum Institute, better known as NMI. NMI has been educating students at postgraduate and doctoral level about the vast art and cultural resources of our country, enabling students to value and disseminate knowledge, motivating them to act as custodians of heritage by learning to protect and conserve it.
The National Museum Institute is unique because it is housed within National Museum. The most prestigious museum in India is a willing partner in this project of creating professionals for museums across India through the National Museum Institute.
NMI was accorded the status of deemed to be university on the 28th of April 1989 with a specific objective of offering MA and PhD courses in the various branches of heritage studies such as history of art, museology and conservation of cultural property. As the country's premier cultural university, NMI has unmatched strengths. NMI is situated within the premises of the National Museum, New Delhi, providing students with the finest infrastructure for the highly specialized courses. A compelling snapshot of India's last 5,000 years, the National Museum is a captivating reservoir of over 2 lakh works of India's history and creativity. There are 13 galleries displaying artifacts starting from the Harappan and covering varied areas like textiles, armory, maritime traditions, miniature art, bronzes, stone sculptures, etc., which include the entire gamut of Indian art. Not only do the students regularly utilize the objects located in these galleries, they also have access to the reserve collections of the National Museum for their study and research. Yes, it's a rare opportunity for students to get a comprehensive practical training and exposure to the rarest masterpieces of Indian art, besides gaining access to the facilities of National Museum such as its lab, library, photo studio, display section and reserve collection. What's more, the Conservation Lab of the National Museum has advanced equipment so that students are able to experience and record the procedures of conservation. And of course, the library, which contains over 60,000 volumes of books and journals. The NMI has its own IT-enabled resource center with a huge collection of books, journals, slides, as well as the research papers, PhD theses, and MA dissertations submitted by the students. The resource center also contains about 67,000 slides covering a wide range of subjects from painting, sculpture, architecture, to illuminated manuscripts, prints and decorative arts. NMI awards 8 merit scholarships to its students to enable all deserving students to pursue their education and feel rewarded. To provide its postgraduate students a comprehensive understanding of their research interests, NMI provides paid internships that cater to the completion of their dissertations. Beyond the classroom, the students explore a different teaching mode, one that encourages innovation, participation and interaction. The Institute coordinates with global and national institutions to organize seminars and workshops for students to participate in. Travel grants are also administered to students to attend ICOM CC conferences if their papers are selected for presentation. NMI administers 16 fellowships in collaboration with the Metropolitan Museum of Modern Art to Indian citizens engaged in the conservation of sculpture and other objects in collaboration with related bodies. The Memorandum of Association of the Institute gives it the mandate to collaborate with the Archaeological Survey of India, National Gallery of Modern Art, National Archives of India and the likes in order to have access to cultural properties of all kinds and other facilities. Thus, our students have access to a vast repertoire of resources for study. Such facilities have provided our students with opportunities to produce original and innovative research. The result? A pool of manpower that can be entrusted with the charge of protecting India's cultural legacy. The academic, administrative and finance wings are well equipped with IT facilities. And though small in number, the faculty is dedicated and strengthened by an adjunct and visiting faculty. Students can interact with experts and gain awareness of the developments in the core courses conducted here. NMI has a well-equipped conference hall and the National Museum's auditorium for various academic and cultural activities. Most importantly, NMI is well aware of its social responsibilities towards the community. We conduct certificate courses to disseminate knowledge of the rich artistic cultural heritage of our country to the general public. These include students from various universities, professionals from different fields, diplomats, artists, architects, etc. There is special emphasis on the marginalized groups, with NMI evolving innovative practical modules as part of the course. These modules serve as a role model for other museums and universities. Research has always been fundamental to NMI's way of life. World-class research carried out in NMI promotes and opens new avenues of scholarship, and its projects have received funding from various bodies such as the British Academy and the UGC UKERI, to name a few. Mapping the expansion of Indian culture across the globe has been an integral part of NMI's curriculum as well as projects and other academic activities. The students of NMI, after finishing their studies, have made a significant impact in a wide range of fields related to art history, conservation and museology in India and abroad. It is essential for NMI to emerge as the National University of Culture. At present, it offers limited number of seats, which is very less in comparison to the human resource required to manage the vast cultural heritage of the country. Realizing the gravity of the situation, the Ministry of Culture has sanctioned a budget of 23 crore rupees. This will allow NMI to broad base its infrastructure. NMI shall be opening 2 new departments, Paleography, Epigraphy and Numismatics, and Cultural Conservation and Site Management. India lost the scholarly edge it had 40 years ago in the disciplines of Paleography, Epigraphy and Numismatics. Posts are vacant in museums and thousands of inscriptions are lying undeciphered as there is a dearth of professionals in these fields. The discipline of structural conservation and site management is yet another vital area. What India needs is the scientific conservation of archaeological monuments and a reservoir of professionally qualified people to do it. It is important to preserve India's built cultural heritage for centuries to come, without alterations, with minimum interventions, and by keeping the historical context in mind. The expansion plan also looks for better facilities, such as hostel accommodation for students from other cities and Asian countries. The focus is unswerving and clear. NMI aims to emerge as a central university of culture and create better future prospects in the culture industry. NMI endeavors to bridge the gap between requirements and supply by providing its students with world-class infrastructure and state-of-the-art technology. Work on infrastructure for the expanded setup at Noida has gone ahead, the layout and design for which is ready for implementation. The journey to the future has taken off.